want to get your thoughts on a council story. I think we're going to disagree on this one, Caleb and Liz, but Brisbane City Council have said they will charge ratepayers $1.98 to receive their rates notice on paper. Now, the Liberal Lord Mayor says he's simply covering rising printing and postage costs, but the opposition argue it's a low blow for elderly people who either don't have access to the internet or simply can't work their emails. Opposition leader Jared Cassidy told the Courier Mail it's a cost of living crisis and the LNP Council is squeezing money out of pensioners via hidden fees on their rates bill. It's disgusting, he said. Do they really think it's helpful to stick a QR code on the rates notice or offer a token gift card to try to make people go paperless and avoid their sneaky fees? Many of our local pensioners don't even have the internet. Not to be outdone, local retiree Veldy Switkowski, he told the Courier Mail, paper rates notices have been issued free since Brisbane City Council was founded 100 years ago, but now will be penalised for the same service. I don't recall any mention of this new tax during the election campaign only 7 months ago. While the council may see it as a trivial amount, many will find it just another expense to add to the cost of living crisis. Now, I think Caleb and Liz are going to disagree with me on this one, but I personally don't have a massive problem. Pensioners qualify for a rebate under rules put in place by the Brisbane City Council. There's plenty of other companies that charge you to receive your bill via paper, your power company, your phone company and others. On top of that, postage costs have gone up, I think in Queensland, about 35% in the past 2 years. And it's the way of the future. Most people are issuing bills online now anyway. Before I get to you, Caleb and Liz, and you pounce all over me and accuse me of having no empathy for the elderly people in Queensland, some people who are really upset about this have organised an online petition. If you don't see the irony of that, they've organised an online petition for people who don't have access to the internet to protest this decision. OK, Caleb and Liz, go at me.
Look,
why am I wrong?
Because it is inarguably ageist. Whenever something like this comes up, I think of my grandparents, OK? There's an entire section of society, we cannot even comprehend the leaps and bounds technology has taken in their lifetimes. When they were born, computers didn't exist, much less smartphones. When I was born, smartphones didn't exist. And these guys are trying to just live their lives, pay their bills, and they're copping these, what I would call a fine, for simply saying we've always received our bills on a piece of paper. If we can keep doing that, please. Check out this list of utilities companies that are currently doing this. This adds up over the years. And so it's not just one or two, it's this fee again and again and again that you're being charged. Now, I'll take the argument that these are private companies, but when we're talking about councils, the vast majority of us opt to get our bills via email anyway. So the council isn't spending millions of dollars on paper bills. It is inarguably ageist because that certain section of our community don't have the first clue about how should I access my bill online, pay my bill online. I genuinely feel for these guys. We've got banks closing. We've got banks that are open that don't do cash. You don't carry cash. What is the purpose of you? We've now got parking meters here in Sydney. You can't pay in cash and you can't even just blip your phone to pay anymore. It just says, scan this QR code. Now, I'm not a senior, but the camera on my phone hasn't worked since June last year. So I'm like, well, I just can't park here then, can I? We are making systems that simply do not service the most vulnerable in our community. And if it doesn't work for the most vulnerable, it doesn't work at all.
If this was new technology,